Hey guys, okay, two-step equations we're doing today. Same thing as our one-step equations, there's obviously just one more step involved to solve them. So we're going to start off by talking about the opposites of each of our operations. So the opposite of plus is minusing, and the opposite of timesing is dividing, okay? Don't forget that, it's very important. All right, here we have an equation. Now our equation is 2x plus 9 is equal to 21. The goal is to find what is the value of the x, okay? What is this x got to be? So that 2 times this number, then we add 9 is equal to 21. Now again, I know that some of you are amazing and could probably think of the number that when you times it by 2 and then add 9, you get 21, okay? But I don't want you to do that. I want you to follow this method because I'm teaching it to you for a reason. And the reason is because they will get more difficult, and not all numbers are whole numbers. Some are negatives, some are decimals, etc. Okay, so you cannot always do them in your head. I promise you, it does not always work. Whereas this method, I promise that I'm teaching you will always work. Okay, let's jump in and go right ahead and solve this. Now, the first number you want to get rid of is the one that is the loneliest, the weakest number, the easiest one to pick on, okay? If you think about a herd of buffalo in the wild and they're being hunted by something, which buffalo is the first one to be killed? Sorry to say, I know that's a bit sad, but it's the weakest one. It's the slowest one. It's the easiest one to pick off, okay? So in this case, we want the number that's easiest to get rid of first. The number that's easiest to get rid of first here is going to be this plus 9 because it's sitting all by itself. Okay, now how do you get rid of a plus 9? Well, you do the opposite of plussing, and the opposite of plussing is minusing. So we are going to subtract 9 from this side, and we're going to subtract 9 from the other side. Okay, that gets rid of my 9s. What I'm left with is just 2x equals, now it equals 21 take away 9 is 12. So 2x equals 12. I probably shouldn't write with that colour, it's terrible, but anyway, I won't do the next one. Okay, now I've got 2x equals 12. Now, the opposite of timesing by 2 is dividing by 2. So, I'm going to divide this side by 2. I'm going to divide this side by 2. That will get rid of my 2, and I'm left with x equals 6. Okay, now the great thing about this is you can always check your answer, because if you put x equals 6, so take this 6, put it back into the original equation where the x was, you'll find 2 lots of 6, so 2 times 6 plus 9, does that equal 21? Now 2 times 6 is 12 plus 9, and yes, that is 21, so we know we've got our answer correct. Okay, that's what's great about this, is that you can always check your answer by substituting it back into the original equation. All right, so our answer was just x equals 6. Okay, moving along, we've got 7x take away 2 is equal to 19. Now you've got a times 7 and a minus 2. The number most by itself is this poor little minus 2, so it's the easiest one to pick on, so it's the one we're going to get rid of. If we add 2 to this side to get rid of my 2, we have to add 2 to the other side to keep the equation in balance. So we're left on this side with 7x, and on the right hand side we have 19 plus 2 gives me 21, so 7x equals 21. Okay, 7 times x. What is the opposite of timesing by 7? Of course, it's dividing by 7. So we are going to divide by 7 and divide by 7, and that leaves me with x equals, now 21 divided by 7 is 3. So there's my answer. Okay, again, if I put this 3 back into the original equation where the x was, okay, that will allow me to check my answer. So 7 times 3 take away 2. Question is, does that equal 19? Well, 7 times 3 is 21. Take away 2, that does in fact equal 19. So we know we've got it correct. Okay, it's really great with equations that you can always solve your answer like that. Check your solution. Okay, Next, we're going to move along to this one. Okay, we've got x divided by 3 plus 3 equals 27. Now, again, we want to pick on the loneliest, weakest number, the one all by itself. The one all by itself is this plus 3. So we're first going to subtract 3 from this side, and we're going to subtract 3 from the other side. That will get rid of my 3's. Okay? What am I left with? Well, on the left-hand side, I've got this x over 3. And on the right-hand side, I've got 27 take away 3, which is 24. Okay? Now, what I have is x divided by 3 is equal to 24. I need to get rid of this divided by 3. So, let's multiply by 3 to get rid of the 3. Let's multiply the other side by 3 because we can't multiply one side and not the other. And that leaves me with just the x equals 24 times 3 is 72. All right, so x equals 72. Now, if you put that back into your original equation, you'll get 72 divided by 3 plus 3. Does that equal 27? Well, 72 divided by 3 is 24, plus 3 is in fact 27. All right, so again, it's great that you can check your answer and you know you've got it right. Okay, next. Alrighty, we have 5x take away 12 equals 43. I'm sure by now you know that the first number we're going to get rid of is this poor little minus 12 sitting here all by itself. Okay, how do we get rid of a minus? We add, because if I add 12 to this side, minus 12 plus 12 cancel out, there's nothing left there. Okay, they add to 0. If I add 12 to the left-hand side, I also have to add 12 to the right-hand side. That leaves me with 5x is equal to 43 plus 12 is 55. So 5 lots of x is equal to 55. What is the opposite of timesing by 5? And of course it is dividing by 5. So I'm going to divide by 5 to get rid of my 5. Divide the other side by 5 because I can't divide one side and not the other. So I'm left with x is equal to 55 divided by 5 is 11. Let's check that. 5 times 11 is 55. Take away 12 is 43. So yes, we know we got our answer correct. Okay. 2x take away 11 equals minus 11. Alrighty. Let's get rid of this minus 11 by adding 11. Let's go plus 11. Plus 11. Gets rid of my 11s. And I'm left on my left-hand side with 2x. And on my right-hand side, I'm left with, well, minus 11 plus 11 is actually nothing. Nothing at all. Gone. Okay, so if 2 times something is 0, what's the something? Well, let's divide by 2. Let's divide by 2. Leaves me with x equals 0 divided by 2. If you've got 0 and you halve it, you've still got 0. You've still got nothing, I'm sorry. Okay, there you go. Two-step equations. I would love for you guys now to do your set 3 questions, do your two-step equations questions. You can do your homework and let me know if you have any problems.